The once peaceful community we call home has fallen under the shadow of an evil force, and the courageous protectors who defended our town have set off on their own pursuits of fame and fortune. In their place, a band of unlikely heroes have emerged. The small-time heroes. These are not your typical heroes with bulging biceps and chiseled jawlines. No, these heroes are more like the underdogs, with quirky personalities and oddball skills. This is a solo cooperative deck builder where you will take upon the roles of one of these small-time heroes. Battle, you will build up your deck, choosing from a variety of hero-specific cards. You will then go through 3 waves of increasingly difficult waves of enemies with a final boss at the end. You're first going to set up the enemies here. You've got your level 1, level 2, level 3 minions here. You're going to set those up with their health dials underneath with one with each symbol there. Then you're going to have a deck of potions. You're going to have the boss and the environment card right here, and the deck of intent cards. As for the hero setup, you've got your deck of cards, you have your starting hand, you have your unique opponent for that hero, you've got a status thing, you got all your status tokens, you've got a status board, and then you have all your status tokens, and your potion of life that every hero starts with, and then an explanation of what your special equipment card does. As you can see, the warrior has some equipment he could work with, and the rogue has a concealed and unconcealed card that she deals with. So once we have it all set up, we will start with level 1. You will shuffle the level 1 deck, you will flip over 3 cards there. So out of those 9 cards, you are only going to deal with 3 of each level. You will then set their health according to their health here on their card. So the heroes always go first. First thing you're going to do is resolve any status tokens you have on your status token board. You're going to remove any block that is on your board as well, and you are going to draw 1 from the intent deck. However, you are going to keep it face down until the enemy's turn. Then what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle up your hero deck, and you're going to flip over 4 of these, and your starting card of 10, you get to choose 1 of these to put onto your deck. Then you'll shuffle your starting hand, and you will draw a hand of 5, and you will place that card there. So this is going to be basically your shop to build your deck. This is your playing deck that you're going to play with. So each turn, you're going to have 3 energy to spend. So as you can see, each card has a different energy cost. When you play a card, it goes into your playing area in front of you. You'll discard any played and unplayed cards into your discard pile, and you will draw another hand of 5. So now we come to the enemies phase. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to reveal that intent card that you drew earlier. As you can see, there are 2 symbols on this one, a circle and a triangle. If we come back over here, as you can see, there's shapes over here: square, circle, triangle, and a diamond. That indicates which enemy is going to activate after your turn. So because this one says circle or triangle, we know that that card on the other side has one of those symbols. We know at least that either the wolf father or the wolf mother is going to activate after my turn, but we don't know which one. So at the beginning of the enemy deck, we will reveal that one. It is a triangle, so therefore we're going to come to the triangle, whichever enemy is on that triangle space, and we will activate that card. Let's go through an enemy card real quick. You've got top left is how much damage they do, top right is their health, bottom left is going to be their ability. And then as you can see, we've got these 2 symbols here. That top one means on death, we will gain a potion. Here on death, we can clear off all those 4 cards so we could see if we want any other cards in our deck. And there's a few other rewards that you can get too. As you see, he does not have any rewards on death, so nothing happens when you kill him, you just discard him. Now we're going to go back and forth between hero and enemies until one of us dies, right? Now I want to point out one thing though. When you kill an enemy, so let's say we killed this one, we got the potion for killing him. Now there's just a blank space there. You do not replace it. So what happens, as you can see, the next intent card that we have only shows a triangle. That means we know the triangle is going to activate, but there's no enemy in that area. So we know when we draw that next turn, we flip it to triangle, but since there's no enemy there, that means there's no enemy there. That means the enemy is not going to activate at all. However, after the enemies activate or don't activate, we'll come over to the environment card. This shows what abilities basically is coming from the boss essentially, but it's an environment, what happens that round. So because we drew a triangle but there's no enemies, we still come over to the environment, and the triangle says the minion with the highest health activates. So that means we'll come back here. The wolf father has more health, therefore he will activate now. So every turn you will see if an enemy activates, and then you'll see what the environment does, and then it's the hero's turn again until we defeat all 3 of that level's enemies. Then what you're going to do is you're basically going to reset your whole hand. You are going to bring your whole deck together. You're going to reshuffle it. You're going to get rid of any status tokens. You're going to clear off all your equipment, and then you're going to look at this card here. You can see first wave. That means if we just finish the first wave, we get to pick 2 cards to go onto our deck from our shopette right here. We can pick any 2 of those, and we pick 1 and then recover, and we can pick another one and then recover. And that is the deck building portion of it. As you can see, each wave we're going to get more and more different things as rewards, along with the rewards that we get from the enemies themselves. And last thing we do before the next wave is we'll spawn the next level up wave of enemy. And as you can see, he has a block right there in the top middle. That means at the beginning of every enemy's turn, we will give him 2 block. Alright, and then we have defeated level 2, we have defeated level 3, and that means once we have defeated that 3rd tier level, we get to go on to the boss. What we do for the boss is we come over here, we get to flip the environment card and flip the wolf pack card. So this shows that we are now fighting the Houndmaster. Up here in the top right is 30, so that means he has 30 health. 1, I'm guessing that's his difficulty level. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same thing as the environment card. Depending on what card comes from the intent deck, depends on what he is going to do during his turn. However, there are not going to be any minions unless otherwise specified. As you can see, if we draw one that has 3 horizontal lines, it says draw level 3 minions and it activates. That means it will come out, it will go to the leftmost, and now to win we still only have to defeat the Houndmaster. Now this was initially built as a solo game, however you can play it co-op. There's just a few things that you have to change if you're playing it cooperatively. Basically, any health that's on any of the enemies, it is just going to be, that is per hero. So if you're playing with 2 heroes, his health is going to be 20 instead of 10. When it is the hero's turn, you get to choose who gets to play their turn first, and you do play a whole turn individually before the next hero goes, but you get to choose who goes first. And anything on your cards, it is only applied to you unless it specifies that all heroes gain or have to do something. Other than that, it's always only your hero. And that for you is Small Time Heroes. Go ahead and check it out. The Kickstarter is starting here in a couple days. Hopefully by the time this is posted, it is already going. The link will be down in the comments down below, and I will see you later.